Yo, what is good? Not coming here with a happy heart. I've been sitting around for the last 24 hours thinking about how I would address this. Um, I don't know if I'm going to even edit this video. We may just go about it how it is. And so in Minnesota yesterday, took out a man um, after just days, maybe a week or so prior, taking the life of another person prior to that in Minnesota, and then another person prior to that, the beginning of in the beginning of the year, right at the end of the year, of a off-duty ICE officer. Um, the gentleman yesterday was a registered nurse who was there to assist people. If you've watched the video, I went and watched the video at a few different angles, and Alex Pretti, I think is how you say his last name, Pretti, was there just trying to help two people that were being attacked by ICE, right, wrong, or indifferent, who did nothing. And the reason why uh, they take him down, saying that he was being, instructed to, he was stopping an ICE investigation into something. At least that's what Chrissy Nome tried to say. Um, and he had a gun on him. It was concealed carry, which is legal in the state of Minnesota. Um, and he had a couple extra magazines on him. I know a lot of people that carry extra magazines on him. And after he was disarmed and on the ground, surrounded by several officers, um, someone let off a shot and took his life. I am not okay with that, and the reason why I'm not okay with it, for a lot of different reasons, but one, as someone who has recently joined this 2A community, and I've listened to many 2A people who have been on the quote unquote political side of things. When they talk about things, they talk about, oh, this is our 2A right, this is our constitutional right, it's our constitutional right, this is our constitutional right, are sitting by on the sidelines, very quiet. For all the things that we fought for, all the things that I've now been a part of for the last year plus, my channel that I started back just this previous October, so what, 4 months ago, is all about. It's about having the right to bear arms, having the right to follow the law. He was a lawfully abiding citizen on his carry. He didn't brandish his weapon. His weapon was taken from him. Did he have an extra magazine? Sure he did. But I'm hearing people say, "Oh, what do you go to the what? Who goes to a peaceful rally with a weapon?" Bro, Kyle Rittenhouse went to a protest unlawfully, and y'all applauded that guy. But this guy here goes lawfully carrying, who was an ICU nurse, I think at the VA in Minnesota, in Minneapolis, and ICE just took his life, and then this administration just spins the concept of it like we didn't just watch it with our own eyes. They're telling you what happened versus what actually happened. Bro, I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a guy who votes with what's the best intention for him and his family. I knew this administration was going to be full of bull, and I knew that from the COVID event when I found out about COVID in 2019, because a friend of mine told me who lived in Asia about what was going on before we had a name for it. And if I found out about it in 2019 before we had a name for it, you can best believe the United States had knowledge of it prior to that and did nothing. Nothing to protect us, nothing to prepare us. They spent the narrative. We lost hundreds of lives, if not thousands of lives due to this. I lost a brother-in-law to COVID. I had a nephew who passed away who was fighting cancer during that time, that I'm going to assume because of his weakened immune system had probably lost his life a little bit to that. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not a doctor, but I know his dad died. His dad died from COVID. Many of you have lost loved ones due to COVID. And to turn around and have this administration throw these things back in our faces. And for people, and you know who you are if you're watching this. You know who you are if you're watching this. I doubt it. My channel's small. It's tiny. But I've watched you tote around, oh, we are the militia. That's why I designed this. We are the militia. We have our 2A rights. Out there barking about our 2A rights, afraid about what the Democrats and other politicians are going to do to you, when this administration right here just basically proved that it doesn't matter about the 2A. Doesn't matter. We're going to spin the story how we want. And a lot of you have been on the sideline quiet. Well, I'm not going to be quiet. This is bullshit, for lack of a better term. I'm not going to put up no fancy thumbnail for this. I'm not editing this video. It's going out raw. I was watching my buddy Zach, Fat Guy with Guns, yesterday, live stream. I wanted to jump on with him live, but I wasn't ready yet. I worked in the morning, turned around and took my mom, went and helped my mom out like I do most Saturdays. Ran to the grocery store for her because she was in too much pain due to the weather that was incoming. We knew we had snow incoming. Ran and took care of a couple errands before I had to come home. Got home, decided, you know what, it's been a long day. I'm gonna take a quick nap, and then I'm gonna pull myself together. I'm gonna do some editing. And as I wake up from my nap, I see the message that ICE has taken out another person. And then I start doing some more research as I'm coming out of my restful state and looking up and just kind of looking and flipping through, and to see that video that surfaced about how it all went down. And then even today, some more. And after, like I said, listened to Fat Guy with Guns yesterday. And then today, more stuff coming out about it. And I just knew that certain people that I've watched, I kind of always thought were like pawns for the party, but I wasn't 100% sure. And then it looked like, oh, well, no, they're just really passionate about our 2A rights. Have sat on the sideline. Have either sat on the sideline and said nothing, which your silence means even more than if you would have came out and said what we thought you should have said. Or two, you're asking questions that the whole thing of what we're fighting for. So which one is it? Which one is it? I've never been a big political guy. I don't talk about my political feelings amongst other people outside of my family, because that's our time to talk and discuss. We don't share that out loud with others. This might be the first and only time I ever do something like this, and I hope it is. I really hope it is. But I'm torn. I'm torn. I really put a lot of thought about if I was going to do this video today, and then as the day went by, and I'm seeing less and less people that I think should be talking about it talk about it. just lets me know furthermore I need to be more vocal. I only got 138 subscribers, but I know there are other people out there that watch my videos. Subscribe, great. If you're not, cool. If you're a 2A person, though, what are your thoughts about this? If it was you, how many of you conceal carry? How many of you carry extra magazines? How many of you have spoken in the past, oh, I don't want the government all up in my business? And if you unfollow me because of this, so be it. Thanks for sticking around and watching. But I had to speak my mind. I'm not a political guy. I'm not talking about my political beliefs. I am talking about my constitutional beliefs and your constitutional beliefs. You can't say you're about protecting the Constitution if you're okay rewriting the Constitution to fit a narrative. That's going to be it. It's your boy GDDG saying stay safe, stay ready, stay prepared. Talk to you soon. Peace.